To the beautiful Thursday. Good to see a lot of people जो आज काफी दिन बाद आए हैं. So बड़े अच्छा लग रहा है आप सबके चेहरे देख के. And yeah, please switch on your cameras जिन्होंने नहीं किया है. So we would love to see the beautiful faces. I think it's holiday today, mostly at all the places. Beautiful Thursday. Okay. So आज का session हमें पता है what we are doing today. What is the agenda for today's Thursday special?
Book discussion.
Yes. So what
you can heal your life.
Yes, You Can Heal Your Life. It is a book by Louise Hay. And we had given certain chota sa yesterday and today morning, little bit of description about. So anyone who has already read this book in the group? Okay, Sapna ji, very nice. All right, anyone else who has read this book?
थोड़ा बहुत YouTube शॉर्ट्स में थोड़ा बहुत देखा, इसीलिए मैं सेशन अटेंड करने आई.
Very good, very nice. So yes, we are all here to learn something new, share experiences. Ranjita ji is saying, but I started reading. The first chapter is very beautiful itself. मतलब मैं एक word was so beautiful for me when I was reading. कि अरे वाह, there's something good or something to learn about.
Okay. Varnika, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but we should ask first, how is Ranjita there? She has settled to Australia.
Oh, yes. Ranjita ji, special question to you.
Hello. How is everybody? I'm joining the morning sessions, EST sessions, because it's very difficult to be away from this group. It's the first EST session that I'm joining right now. I wanted to hear the book review because Varnika has given such lovely gist in the morning. I didn't want to leave this discussion. So I'm actually cooking, but I'm hearing the discussion.
Thank you.
It's 7 p.m. here.
Okay. You said it very right. It's very difficult to stay away from the group. That is how the bonding is. So नविता जी भी वापस आ गए, हमें बड़ा अच्छा लगा. I was just thinking अरे वो चले जाएंगे तो IST EST में से कुछ attend कर पाएंगे, but she made it, so I'm very happy about it. All right. So who would like to share first? जिन्होंने थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ा है या who knows about the book? So any learning, any sharing, कुछ भी छोटा सा. We'll just to start with. Yes, Sapna ji.
Yeah. So this book actually it's miracle because it came to me. Actually, I was searching a book for my father-in-law. He was suffering from disease, and I asked many other people, like one of my friend, she told like he can give this gift. So I gave him a gift, but he was in the hospital that time, and he said like after so many days he returned me back and saying that he can't read, and he didn't find interest or something. He can't read. So I purchased that book for him. So I thought, okay, I got this book, right? So let me read it. So you believe it or not, only the one book I have read in my whole life, except school thing, only one book that I have read. I don't know, only that one book has many things in that. And it has changed my perception, everything. Like I still believe those words and all what she says, and it happened everything. Like wherever I feel like even many some people will
Your
ask,
voice
is breaking. Now is it clear?
Yeah, it is clear only. Yeah.
Okay. So like our body, like we always think only like food wise, right? Like we will create a toxins. Body knows only toxins, right? It's not about the cancer or a heart disease or a liver thing. But like after reading her book, it got clarity on that toxins are there in our body, but it will go to the particular place where we stuck somewhere, our thoughts. So thoughts also create diseases. So that is very like you have to read that book. Like she explained very detailed things and all. Even the accident also we create. So after reading her book, like it's a eye-opening thing for me. It was amazing. Like how we can create the accident. People will ask, but we create the accidents. It's nothing like if something is happening in your life, it's all about you only. You did something. You only saw the seed in the past, and now you are getting that in a present time. Present. So we forgot that we have saw the seed, and she will explain what is the thought pattern that affects the particular body part. So she nicely explained that, and everyone has to must read this book. Very nice book, and you only get to know the pattern of your thoughts, right? And if you get a fever or small things also, like what all the affirmations also we can tell, and we can change our thought, and we can remove that toxins from their particular part. So I can say this thing, and thank you for giving me chance to speak. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sapna ji, for sharing. Yes, the people who must have read and understood the concept behind that, it works as a miracle for them. And I have also read this book twice, thrice, like complete, and then I always keep it as a guide for me. Whenever I feel low or there's some confusion, I just go and open any one of the pages, and I feel okay. There's some energy comes inside me, and I won't say I'll get the answers, but I get the patience to go to the answer. So very nice. All right. Someone else who has read or little bit know about it. Navita ji, if you want to share something.
Yeah, same whatever Sapna ma'am is saying. No, I have not gone through that book, but I have gone through the shorts, YouTube shorts of Lucy Hay. So actually, she is more into affirmation. मैंने जो देखा है वो affirmation वगैरह में देखा है, बहुत अच्छा वो affirmations देती हैं, और उनकी ऐप भी है, अगर डाउनलोड करके हम करें तो वो ऐप भी देती हैं. तो मैंने यही लूसी ए का देखा है, और जो सपना मैम बता रही हैं कि इस वर्ल्ड में जो भी गलत होता है उसके रिस्पॉन्सिबल हम हैं. हमारे ही थॉट प्रोसेस से सब चीज होती है, और जो भी कुछ भी हमारे साथ गलत होता है उसके जिम्मेदार हम हैं, और हमारे अगल बगल जो गलत होता है उसके जिम्मेदार हम हैं. तो खुद को क्लेंस करना बहुत जरूरी होता है, खुद की ऑरा को क्लेंस करना बहुत जरूरी होता है. और इसके रिलेटेड मैं काफी कुछ जानती हूँ, बट वो ट्रैक से अलग चीज चली जाएगी. तो we should always thankful to God first, and we should always ask forgiveness to God कि हमसे गलती हो गई, हमें माफ कर दीजिए, इसकी जिम्मेदार मैं ही हूँ करके. जो भी गलत होता है वो मेरे कारण हुआ है, मैंने ही कुछ किया है जिससे गलती हुई है, प्लीज फॉरगिव मी करके हमें आगे बढ़ना चाहिए. इतना ही मैंने लूजी ए का पढ़ा हुआ है.
All right. Thank you, Navita ji, for sharing. Yes, so it is not about galat or bura, it's about whatever that happens outside us, our environment mein, we are responsible for that. Responsible does not mean a blame, in a way of blame, ki meri wajah se hua hai, but it is more about taking the responsibility that yes, it has happened in my life and I am responsible to create that. Good, bad, right, wrong, whatever it is. And now if you feel responsible for something, so you will try to work it out, and not, okay, Bhagwan theek kar denge, or there's some higher power or parents or friends, someone come from outside. Because whatever problem we see outside in our life, it's more, it is generated from our thought process only. Yes, someone was saying. Okay. So there is a little small thing I would like to share from the book. So Louis says here that, for example, jo bhi, whatever we experience in our environment is like come from our beliefs. And how does a belief form? Belief is formed through the thoughts. A thought which is persistent becomes a belief. Like if there is a thought, okay, I am I'm fat, and that the thought persists for a long time. So that becomes a belief. So I'll start choosing my clothes according to that. I'll take certain decisions of my life according to that. और हमें पता भी नहीं चलेगा कब वो belief बन जाता है, and it gets stuck. So what author says is examine your thoughts. कुछ भी thought है, तो just don't go by it just like that. Just examine. For example, I'll just tell you one thing from here. So, for example, what she says that what is a problem and what is the belief as per her experience, because she has worked with thousands of clients, the people. If generally, if you do not have any friends or social circle, so the major belief behind it is that nobody loves me. Maybe at the back of the mind, you feel that nobody loves me, and that's what you create outside. Another thing is, if you are a people pleaser, आपको, like you are not feeling good about it, that I'm people pleaser. So what could be the reason? Belief is that I never get my way. मतलब मेरा काम होता ही नहीं है, या मुझसे काम मतलब मेरे को कोई हेल्प नहीं करता है. So you automatically, if that is a thought, then you get turned into the people pleasing, that I'll never get my way otherwise. Or third example, what's written in the book is, if you have a financial disaster, so somewhere there is a belief that I am not worthy of having money. I'll give example अपने personal life से. So when it comes to the job and salary part, so some of my friend came to me and just said, okay, you are earning this salary, so you should demand for a hike, or because this is under less your experience and something, you should ask. So I just said, okay, this much amount. तो उसने बोला, you can ask this much amount. And since I believe that नहीं मुझे I don't know much, I'm not expert in my field, or so many other thousand thoughts. The first question, I was not thankful to the person who asked me to do it or who gave me this idea. I was the first question, is it reasonable to ask? So he was like, that's not your job. You just ask. It is reasonable or more or less, or that is something the organization or your manager will decide. While you, because you feel that you don't deserve, that's why you have sort of doubts in action also. So at that time, I recognized that why I've been paid less till now, because I always thought that I was not good enough, I was not expert enough to earn money. But eventually, when I would say surveyed or had a word with other people with the same professional experience, I realized that no, it was just in the mind. ऐसा नहीं है. Or there was another thought is, if you want to earn more money, you have to slog yourself through 20 hours of work, which is also not true, because not every field, not every organization has this pattern. Yes, if you put more hours, you will get more output. That's a different thing. But just because you can't ask for more money, or you feel you don't deserve, because okay, I work for 8 hours, so I'll get this only. If I would have worked for 18, but that's not true. Some people work for more than 12 hours and still they earn very less income. So ये सब हमारे दिमाग में है. So that's certain beliefs. If you're stuck in some area of your life, just see what are the thought process उस area में. क्यों नहीं आपका what are the thoughts related to that area? That's it. Nothing more than that. And then you will find out कि अच्छा, this is the one which is creating the obstruction. Anyone would like to share any experience? Okay, I'll tell you more about this book. So this book basically talks more into so these are the certain beliefs which come like different phases. But जैसे कि अगर we are all associated through Satvik. So Satvik, Subha and Harsh says that there is different diseases are in the allopathy, like as per the doctors. But as per them, to the Sattvic movement, there is only one diet for every disease. So कहते हैं ना एक इलाज हर बीमारी के लिए. So that's what this book also says, that there might be different areas of your life which you are troubling, which you are getting troubled with. But this one belief which she has found, all the bottom line for all the people, for all the faces, was that I am not good enough. It could be in the relationship. Some people are stuck in the bad relationships because they feel we deserve that. Some people are into not so good jobs, less paying jobs, or jahan pe acha nahi lag raha hai, but they feel that okay, we deserve that. Some people are looking for some partners and they're not able to because like, oh, maybe mere mein ye kami hai, is wajah se. So being responsible is one thing, but blaming ourselves is another. It's more of like lowering your energy. When you take responsibility, suddenly your energy increases and you want to do something about it. But when you blame yourself, your energy settles down, like immediately goes down, and there is no energy to work upon it. आपकी लाइफ में कुछ गलत हुआ एंड यू सिट डाउन, मैं तो इसी लायक ही हूँ और ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, पता नहीं मेरे साथ क्या हुआ. So now you're blaming. So you won't feel even like to lift a finger and do something about it. But something happens and you say, okay, I'll take the responsibility. Let's see kitna hota hai, how much I'm able to resolve this, but it's my responsibility. So let's start. So that's an important thing which this book says. We can't change this thought, I am not good enough, because this is something which has been into our mind through through till the time when we are kids. Or wo ho jata hai. It's nothing to be bad about, but and nothing to be changed also. You can't replace or you don't need to change. You just need to be aware from which position you are taking the decision. Are you taking the decision from this mindset that I am not good enough, or you are just aware, nahi, this is something I want this, so I should go behind this. So बहुत सारे practical examples है इस book में. They are given a lot of stories also. People have shared. She herself shared her story, and yes, it is difficult to believe that we create our own accidents or we create our own disasters in life. It is little difficult because nobody wants that, but somehow, since in spirituality we believe that we all are one. It's like you and me are we are different bodies, but we are all energy. As an energy, we are all the one. If one person is suffering any pain, the other person will also feel that. एक महाभारत में the last when the Mahabharat ended, so Krishna Bhagwan and Pandavas were there, and other people, Hastinapur, जो parents and all. So जब खत्म हो जाता है तो युधिष्ठिर, the eldest of Pandavas, asked Krishna Bhagwan that अब तो आप खुश हो गए कि हम war जीत गए, you must be happy, and then all the people who were doing injustice and who were not good for this kingdom are all gone. So you must be happy about this outcome. So Krishna Bhagwan smiles and says that जब तक इस धरती पे एक भी इंसान, till the time one human being on this planet is unhappy or in pain, I will be in pain. Because these people are not, so similarly it is with us also, because we all are connected. So he compares himself to the पेड़ and all the human beings as the leaves. एक भी पत्ता अगर गिरता है तो पेड़ को उतना ही दर्द होता है या उतना ही वैसा ही फील होता है. So it's not about that you won, so I am happy, but I have lost a lot of other people also. So they are in pain, their families are in pain. So till the time, so this is what the book also says, that is why we say that we are responsible for whatever happens in our life. All right, enough of me here. Anybody wants to say something?
So what is she trying to tell in the book actually?
So what is she's trying to say in the book is, don't just believe your thoughts as they are. किसी ने बोल दिया, कहीं से सुन लिया. So don't believe, just examine. Is it true? Nobody loves me. Is it true? Or okay, then go to another filter. Like, पहली बात तो this is not nobody. So why we get stressed? Because we think of these statements again and again in our, like, nobody loves me, I am not good enough, or I am not made for this is not my cup of tea. We just take one incident and we make it as a whole, like this is it, like this is the whole complete picture. So what the book says is examine your thoughts, because thoughts become beliefs. And then
But
that yes.
I have a question, Varnika. See, now what our thoughts have got conditioned in our lives over so many years of existence. You're saying believe, change your thoughts, therefore your beliefs will change and things will change. But it's not just our thoughts, it's also what you receive from the outer world. It's not always positive, and therefore, again, your thoughts get affected. How do you deal with that?
So generally, the thoughts and the conditioning is always outside. There are no my thoughts. I was not born with the thoughts. I was not born with the beliefs. Whatever thoughts and beliefs I have, it is all given either by my family, my parents, my teachers, my society, or whatever people I have grown up until now also. Whenever something you encounter for the first time in your life, be it when you're age of 5 or 15, that stays as an impression in your mind and then becomes a belief. So you are saying ki, you will change your thoughts and then eventually you'll change the beliefs. But what about the other people? So we are talking here about ourselves. We are taking responsibility about ourselves, not about the society here. So we can work upon. See, okay, you go in the rain. Okay, two people are going in the rain. One person catches the cold, another person does not. So why? Why this difference?
It's your immunity which is on a higher side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is not wrong with the rain, or it is not wrong with the. It's something you have. The other person maybe have a stronger immunity than you. That's why you. So similar is with the mental also. Someone has said you something, or someone has did something to you. It might bother you for a longer time, and maybe for the other person it's just 1 day or 2 day thing, because your emotional immunity is weak. And how do you make
Vanika,
that
can I
emotional
answer?
immunity?
Vanika,
Sure.
I just one other concept that came to my mind, just like maybe an answer to Padmaji's question. There was another book which I had read. I don't know whether it was Seven Habits of Highly Effective People or some book of Malcolm Gladwell, but he speaks about three circles. So there's a circle of control, then there's a circle of influence, and then there's a circle of control, circle of concern, and then circle of influence. So there are some things that you can control, which come. So each circle is like small, big, and then big. Okay, and then anything that is beyond the circle of influence is something that you cannot control. It doesn't concern you. You can't influence it also. So circle of control is like, your thoughts, your reactions, your relationships. What all are your actions that you can control? Then higher than that becomes circle of concern. So that is, sorry, it is circle of control, then influence, and then concern. Okay, so first one is circle of control, which is under your own control. Then there is a circle of concern. So there are things which are happening around you, but you cannot control it. But it's a part of your concern area, like your child's behavior, for example. You cannot control, but it's a concern. And then there's a circle of influence. I'll share this model on the group. I'm getting a little confused which comes before, but then there's a circle of influence wherein you cannot control it, but you can influence it. Okay, I'm a little confused on the order. So I think control, influence, concern, वैसे आता होगा या फिर, but basically the thing is there are only some things which you can control, not everything.
Correct.
And some things you can influence, like maybe your spouse's behavior. You can tell your spouse this is not right or this is right or whatever, but you cannot control. After that also your spouse may still not listen to you.
Correct.
Right? So there are some things which are not under your control, which you should just let go and try to influence where you can. And then there are some things which are beyond your circle of concern also, like maybe say what are policies that some other country has done. That is not even your control, not concern, not influence. I mean, so everything can be classified into these categories.
So you work on what you can change,
what you can control,
nothing else.
what you can control. So your
generally,
thoughts.
Generally, what
Yeah.
you can control starts from yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. And then there are something
And
that you can influence, and then there's something which may be of concern to you, but you cannot influence it also. And then there's things beyond that.
so Ranjita ji is saying one thing, that maybe after changing your thoughts and beliefs, other person might not listen to you again, but then it will stop bothering you. So the problem is not with the other person's behavior. The problem is that it should not bother you here. So when someone is shouting at you and you're getting irritated or bothered and you are getting triggered, so that is something you're losing control. Someone else. But if you change, do something with yourself, that other person is shouting or saying something, it does not impact you and you handle it very calmly. So that is something you control. It was in your control and you change it. Now it stopped bothering. अब बाहर कैसे change होगा कि वो eventually that person will stop doing what that person was doing. But that is something which we should not think of, that outer world, how it will change. We only focus on changing the outer world. So it's always about start with the being and then doing and then having. We always think about having. I need to have that, or that person needs to. So it's both third here. That is not even our control. The first is how I am being as a person and what I am doing. That is something I should focus on. So when you will change your thoughts, then eventually maybe your beliefs also, it might change or not, but you will be aware that, oh, acha, that is something I have been believing for so long. So usse kya hota hai, when you have a belief na, so even if out of 10 times, 6 times you will see the same thing, but you will ignore the 4 times when it was opposite your belief, because your mind is blind with that belief only. If I'll say my kids are not eating home cooked food, तो वो 10 में से 6 बार नहीं खाएंगे, and they're like, yeah, see, they don't eat food, but 4 बार वो खाएंगे, but it will be ignored because you are not very much aware or conscious about what is opposite to the belief, and that's how our mind works. Yeah, very well
Understood.
said.
So effectively, you're
It
saying
is
that
one.
don't get affected by everybody. Do what you can to change things. If you can't accept it and keep quiet, so you get emotionally stronger. Isn't that in short what it is?
Yes, and that needs practice. We are talking here.
Right.
It won't
Right.
change talking or discussing. It
Correct,
needs
correct.
practice. And how it is practiced? When you are in the situation. When someone
Right.
is saying something to you, and then you have to remind yourself, no, I don't have to revert back this way.
Right.
And you might fail many times. But then
Right.
every time you have to just remind yourself, and then it will get synced into your behavior. It's just like any habit which we start from day one. अगर हमें 5 बजे उठना है, तो for few days we might fail. For few days we have to do a lot of pressure and a lot of pain and why and yeah. But after some time it will become the habit. So that's also with the emotional and mental situations also. Yes, Kamalji said, if you're aware about your thoughts, you can channelize them in a right way. Bilkul. Exactly. So why we need to be aware about our thoughts? There are like thousands of thoughts come in our day. No problem. Aare ja rahe. Only you need to be aware where you are getting stuck, where there's a problem in your life. So you need to check with those thoughts in that phase. Anyway, let's take a selfie before it's already 3:10. Everyone, please switch on your cameras and then we'll take the further sharings. So when she says you can heal your life, she means that you can heal all the situations and phases of your life. You do not need some outer person to help you.
तो एक मिनट, कोई मीटिंग मैंने नहीं कोई बात नहीं, बंद किया, बोलो जल्दी, अभी कर दो यार, अब जो जरूरी हो करना है.
All right, so okay, what's the pose for today's meeting?
क्या है ये? अरे क्या रॉबिन्सन, मैं क्या बताऊं?
Padma ji, please mute your device.
हाँ. Okay, thank you, Kamalji. So what's the pose for today? Anyone would like to suggest?
सीमा जी, suggest करो कुछ. आज तो बहुत
नरसिम्हा
नाचे
जी,
हो,
आज
आज तो
बहुत
कुछ बोलो।
आज बहुत शांत है नरसिम्हा जी।
हाँ, आज थोड़ा टायर्ड हो गया लगता है नाच के सुबह।
आज वही एनर्जी इन्होंने मॉर्निंग में ही
आज आज
I
तो
know.
एकादशी है ना, इसलिए शांत में होना
Fasting.
चाहिए।
ओके,
Okay, so no one is suggesting. अरे हमारे पास इतने क्रिएटिव लोग हैं यहाँ पे। निहारिका जी, अरे कूल। नरसिम्हा जी, राइट, ऐसे बिल्कुल परफेक्ट।
या डन।
Thank you. All right, so yes, we'll continue with the sharing. Who was sharing now? So this book also talks about relationships, success, money, health, career, general in life, fears, everything. And everything, that's one real cause is that you are responsible. When you think, फिर आपको बाहर से affirmations, बाहर से solution की जरूरत नहीं है, because you know you are responsible, so you would be better know that how to deal with the situation. If my kid is doing something like that, or my partner is doing something like that, so I am now responsible. I have chosen this. So now जब हम खुद कुछ choose करते हैं, so we deal with the things differently. But when we are not able to, we generally say, अरे भगवान ने हमारे साथ ऐसा क्यों किया? That's an easy way. So it's always good to feel that, okay, I have chosen this. Now let's see how to deal with it. I have mentioned about few diseases which is very common among people these days: diabetes, arthritis, constipation. Okay, so constipation का क्या है? Why people suffer from constipations or digestive issues? Because they have this tendency to hold on. जो लोग अपनी बातों को छोड़ते नहीं हैं, नाराजगियों को, रिसेंटमेंट्स को, उसने मुझे 10 साल पहले ऐसा कहा था, या something have done that, so they start holding up. So every cell starts holding up in the body, and that becomes in the form of, that's the outflow is stopped. So that's how the outflow is stopped. So this is also third thing which is very common, and this is a reason. Pimples. A lot of people get pimples. Why we get pimples? It's more when you think that when you compare yourself to something else and you don't feel that you are not comfortable in your own skin. That's the belief. No, I am not good looking. Or maybe mirror mein dekhte rehna, this side, this pimple again. So that's a natural process. Losing hair is a natural process. Getting pimples is it's a natural process. Putting on fat, losing fat, it's all natural. It's just that we can control it up to some extent, but we should not go mad about it. That's why it is not happening. So probably the next week I'll share the more excerpts from the book. There are for certain affirmations and there are certain other beautiful passages in the book. Oh, Kankika has already shared the book PDF. Very good. So she is super smart, and you must read. Even if you would not read the whole book, that is not required. You don't need to read the whole book. Just pick up from any page and just read, and let's see what you find out for yourself. All right. I think if anybody has not shared, does not wants to share, or all are done, so we can close the session. Okay.
We have not read the book, na, Karnikaji. How can we hear?
Hanji, yes.
We have not read this book, right?
Right. So you
Then
can
we
read it from the PDF which Kankika has shared. You can pick up any page and you can start reading, or you can just read one page only. It would be helpful for you knowing about yourself,
Okay, sure.
and it helps you for more of self-love. By the way, we are conducting a workshop on Saturday on the self-love and self-healing also. So that also talks about the same thing. So you're all most welcome. So we can close the session. Just before closing the session, there is one announcement for everyone. From the upcoming week, like from July, we would be coming and meeting all together on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So we would be discontinuing from Monday to Thursday. And you might have already received this news. I'm just reiterating it. And we are working on something different, a little bigger project. So we thought to focus our energies there. And we'll keep in touch. We'll be meeting on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So this is the last Thursday for this month and for EST. And from next week onwards, we will meet 3 days a week on EST only. Yes. IST chalta rahega. IST is same. Morning is same. Nothing is changed.
Varnika ji, then what about Navita ji and Ranjita ji? How they will connect us?
So we'll meet on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Okay.
I will join IST session, Narasimha ji. मेरा अभी वो शेड्यूल सेट हो गया.
नविता जी को देखना चाहिए क्या करना.
नविता जी, you also join. IST sessions तो बेस्ट रहते हैं. ये भी बेस्ट रहते हैं, बट वो भी.
हाँ.
नविता जी, आप एक काम करो. Actually, in between sleep, you get up and attend the session. Again, go for sleep.
So for that, you have to wait for the 7.
Sure.
And moreover, so we will be meeting Saturday, Sunday. We know we have a special event or every time a special weekend. On Fridays, we will be continuing with the mental health. Mental health is something which people really wants to talk about and they are really dealing with it. So we thought not to discontinue that. Let's continue with the mental health, which happens on every Friday, which will be happening tomorrow also. And but for the other sessions, we are taking a little hold as of now. And let's see what's new coming up. And yes, for tomorrow, if anybody wants to suggest some specific topic for the mental health, they can come up or they can share in the group or they can tell now also if anybody wants to talk about something specific for tomorrow's session.
Varnika ji, please share more about this book only. It looks very interesting and a lot of things needed. And you are explaining very well. We want to hear more from you on this.
Sure. I will use this book is not only for the book review. This is something I have been using in like all the talks and everywhere because this book talks about a lot of things. That's why I said you can just read one page and then you will be able to share more. You will understand more. It would not be a monologue then.
Okay.
All right. So let's meet tomorrow, same time, 2:30 p.m. and morning 5 a.m. We have Friday specials with Pankika. And yes, tomorrow we have mental health session. If you have anything, you can share it in the group and we'll take that up tomorrow afternoon. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, today very well explained. Actually, this topic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sabko Eid Mubarak and Happy Ekadashi.
Happy Ekadashi to Navita ji and Ranjita ji.
Happy Ekadashi.
Our special guests every day. Happy Ekadashi.
Good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.